Hey friends, I'm Brian the Wolf Hunt, and I love Sentinels of the Multiverse. It's hard to find a game with the same amount of strategy, theme, and variety, and a lot of that is thanks to its heroes. Many heroes in this game have their own playstyles, and these playstyles are usually determined by the different cards in their decks, and there are usually a couple very important, very distinguished cards in their deck that these decks rely on. So I thought it would be a fun thought experiment to take a couple of the heroes from the game and take a look at the distinguished cards, and we'll see what makes these heroes cool. Cool? Let's do it. Who better to start this list than Legacy himself? I tend to describe Legacy as a powerful offensive support with strong defense capabilities. To this end, Legacy has the cards Inspiring Presence, Heroic Interception, Takedown, and Next Evolution. I point out Inspiring Presence first as it boosts his primary role, that of making the other heroes perform better. It essentially boosts all attacks done by the heroes, making them hit harder. Stronger attacks make fighting the bad guys significantly easier. I like to place Heroic Interception and Takedown in the same slot, as they perform similar things. Defensive action at personal cost. Protect your team from harm or preventing the villain from doing any big action, but both end up with Legacy taking hits. And finally, Next Evolution. This card can change Legacy into a tank, and a pretty powerful one at that. Pair this card up with Lead from the front, and Legacy can absorb all attacks of a certain type. This is particularly hilarious against enemies with a heavy focus on a single damage type, like say Iron Legacy, who does almost exclusive melee damage. Iron Legacy punches! Legacy takes no damage! Ha ha ha! And now we have the Sun God and the Fun God, Ra. Ra is all about the flames, and getting fire all over the place. His distinguished cards are the Staff of Ra and Imbued Fire. The Staff of Ra is great for the simple reason that it boosts all of his power. You know, add a stick to the fire to make it burn more. Makes sense, really. Also, the 3 points of healing he gets from picking it up makes it nice for defense. And it gives him a reason for Ra to throw his staff at the bad guys. Also, the irony has not escaped me that the guy who is an archaeologist thinks it would be a good idea to chuck a 5,000-year-old relic at a giant rat. Imbued Fire is a lovely card for spreading flames, since it gives flames to everyone else in the hero party to play with. A party with Ra means more burning for everyone! Representing the first season pass of the expansions, we have Night Mist, the amazing Eldritch power-based magician, whose slight frame belies an amazing tanking ability. Her distinguished cards are Mist Form, the Star Shield Necklace, and the Amulets of the Elder Gods. Her first method of tanking has her ignore attacks altogether. Mist Form essentially has Night Mist turn into, well, mist. It serves as an excellent emergency shield or damage sponge. Her second method of tanking involves the Star Shield Necklace. For the price of 1 card per turn, the necklace can heal Night Mist 1 to 4 points, depending on the card you discarded. That can be an impressive amount of healing. If you pair it up with Master of Magic and you had Mistbound Recovery on standby, you can have a pretty good heal tank going. And of course, my favorite method of tanking with Night Mist uses the Amulets of the Elder Gods. Using this relic, Night Mist can, for the price of 2 cards, redirect the first attack dealt to her. If she's going to be blasted by, say, a fully powered EMP blast, well, she can instead have the EMP hit itself and blow itself up. If you can keep up your card draw, this can get pretty ridiculous. Do all 3 of these things, and don't be surprised to see Night Mist at full health while all the others are about to bleed out their last hit point. Do you feel lucky? The second season pass of the video game will be represented today by Setback, a hero who can best be described as having the most bizarre luck. And his deck works with this by having an unlucky pool. The best cards are the ones that provide a lot of unlucky tokens, or cash them in for lots of good effects. An essential card for optimal Setback performance is Looking Up. A good risk-free method, see what I did there, of getting unlucky tokens, and it gets you some pretty decent damage. Getting a lot of tokens is pretty essential for Setback, as it boosts a lot of the cards that he gets. For excellent offensive play, you will need high-risk behavior. This will boost all damage dealt by Setback by 1 for every 3 unlucky tokens. He will also receive extra damage for each 3 unlucky tokens, but if you aren't playing recklessly with Setback, then what the heck are you doing? If you get a good pool of tokens going, then this will turn Setback into a pretty major damage dealer. But for sheer hilarious defensive ability, and if you have a good unlucky pool going, then it is time to get yourself into the wrong time and place. This card gets set back either sending all attacks to the villains or directly to him. Useful if you need to protect your friends or just laugh at the villain's attempts to hurt you. You can even keep the effect going for multiple rounds if you feel you can maintain it without getting Pete killed. And of course, any character who hurts himself so easily needs the safety net. For situations like that, Silver Lining is perfect, allowing you one save from being KO'd as long as you have some unlucky tokens. My choice for the mini packs is the Scholar. He is all about taking all attacks personally, either because he can simply absorb them or he can heal it back. His distinguished cards are his forms, specifically Flesh to Iron and Mortal Form to Energy. All his forms require attacks of a card to keep him going. Flesh to Iron is simple. As long as you pay a card tax at the start of the turn, he receives -2 damage from all sources, making him an ideal tank. What's more, this can stack. If you're willing to pay 3 cards per turn, he can receive up to -6 damage from all sources. For point of reference, there are almost no instances of villains that deal more than 6 damage in a single sitting. But it is Mortal Form to Energy that I get the most enjoyment. One copy of this card causes Scholar to deal damage equal to the amount he heals, and he has a ton of cards that allow him to heal. This form also stacks, so for a larger card tax, Scholar can deal even more damage for healing up. This makes him capable of dealing ridiculous amounts of damage if the conditions are right. And that's my list. 5 heroes and the cards that define them. These cards are pretty much essential for the hero's playstyle, and go a long way towards making them unique and fun. If you like this video and want to see more, then please leave a like. Now, have fun, and take care, friends.